All right, this is Chaotic Crypto, where we defy tyranny. It is February 6th, 2025, and markets have been kind of rough, not going to lie. There was a giant liquidation event. I posted a couple of short videos about it and a couple of posts basically saying, hey, blood in the streets, let's buy. Um, it's just this season, this crypto bull market's definitely different. By now, we should have seen a altcoin rally, altcoin market reversal, and we're not getting that. A lot of people are saying that's due to quantitative easing, and that's probably a large reason. We haven't had the easing yet. We've only had quantitative tightening, and the interest rates are still like basically everyone's still a little bit scared about trying to deploy into the market just yet. So that's a big part. That's a big reason. The meme coins are totally getting distraught. They're done. Basically, I'm sure they'll probably have another run towards the end of the year. I still think it's a 4-year cycle with Bitcoin. I think it's just basically the altcoins are just a little bit different this time around. Um, but we'll take a look at a few things. I wanted to look at some macro analysis. I mean, to me, this is absolutely a top for Bitcoin dominance, at least for now. I mean, it went to 64%. That's crazy. Uh, just even trying to draw a trend line for this, you really can't. It's not really. I mean, maybe for the future, if we do go down, hopefully this kind of thing happens. We just start going down, and then the next bull of the bear market, we'll consolidate and come back up here. Maybe this will be another resistance type of thing. But just the exuberance of this market right now, it's only Bitcoin right now, pretty much. But I think that's going to change relatively soon. There's a lot of bearish sentiment out there. A lot of people are being very negative about the markets. The fear and greed index is at 49. It actually hit 40. What did it hit? Let's see. 49. It was at 44. We'll probably get another 49, 45. Markets are looking pretty rough today, not going to lie. So, but overall, I mean, it's good to reset everything like this. It's good we're getting this reset, but it's also looking a little sketchy. But this looks like an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So that's interesting to me. So that maybe we'll get one more move up, by the end of the year, and I think that will probably be it for this crypto bull market. But it's even possible too that we've already hit the top of this bull market. So there's a lot of different theories out there. For me, I mean, I think Bitcoin might still go to 120 to 150, 180 maybe. Apart from Bitcoin itself, need to take a look at what we're going to look at first. Pardon 1 second. Let's see what we want to see. Is this thing not working? Let's refresh this. For some reason, it's being a little bit strange. 97. Yeah, it's the 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that we go back down to 95, find support again on here. This was basically a big liquidation just to take everybody out, but I'm not really sure that there's any pattern to really look at here that's going to give us any kind of real comfort. Not on the Bitcoin chart anyway. And one coin I want to look at, ENA. There it is. It's at 49 cents. It's just like this is like a coin. If you're looking for something to get into that's probably got a pretty good future and everything like that, I think this one might be one to look at. But it is getting hit pretty hard right now, I'm not gonna lie. So you can tell from my voice that I'm not as exuberant. I did have some positions that got hit pretty hard over that last weekend, and wasn't great. Wasn't great, to be honest with you. And that part of me like thinks it's like the year of the snake, like something's going on with that whole thing. But you know, we'll play it by ear. See what we got here. Let's look at the total. When you look at the broader space and zoom out, it's kind of a lot more clear. Let's see. There it is. So we're back on support. The 3 trillion was the previous line in the sand for the bull market before, and that's going to be our jumping off point for this bull market. Everyone's saying the bull market's gone, and I totally understand because like the altcoins have been completely slaughtered. But to me, there's a lot of buying pressure right here. A lot of buying pressure. This is there's something going on here. So is this the end? I'd really be surprised if this was any kind of end to the bull market. But we are all on previous resistance made support. It was 3 trillion. We're at 3.1 trillion. We did go down as far as 2.8, but that was a wick. It was basically designed to take out the traders, people on leverage and that type of thing. So that that did happen. That does happen. We got total two. We got I saw some of this coming, but we got all down to 1 trillion on the total twos. Is everything excluding Bitcoin. But we found support on on this line, those previous resistance. Total three also found support on previous resistance, right? So I mean, these are bullish things. These are all bullish catalysts. It's just a bit of a bummer because we thought that we have alt season by now, and we do not have alt season right now. It's gonna take a minute, probably March, April, before we get going again. And this summer might actually be relatively bullish, from what I'm kind of seeing here. Um, but it's been a brutal run. I was thinking that this cycle would probably even top out in spring and March. So the positive thing here to take away from here is that we probably have another year left of this bull market. Maybe not with Bitcoin. Bitcoin may still top out, end of spring, summertime. I think it'll probably still top out in the fall, with everything given. But the altcoins will probably run longer. And, coins like Ethereum. Let's take a look at Ethereum real quick. Yeah, it basically retested its bear market structure. Ethereum against Bitcoin. So it's likely going to bounce really hard from here and then probably find resistance up in here somewhere. But that's crazy. I actually haven't looked at this chart. Oof. That's a crazy chart right there. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. That is a chart right there to look at. All right, excuse me 1 second. Let's take a look. Solana. I do want to look at Solana really quick. Yeah, I mean, Solana's basically still in a parabolic rise. I mean, we're finding support here. Let's see. This is probably your channel right there. This could be even a top to some degree. Like, yeah, I mean, I think we're basically finding a new grounding right now. This week will probably be the end of this super bearish activity. Then it might go sideways for a couple more weeks into March. We're really waiting for the next FOMC meeting, which is in March, and there's one in April. And we'd probably be looking for just some positive feedback from Powell on that. Just something, yeah, something positive. But the Ethereum chart is where we really need to focus. Let's find a chart that's not as crazy. This chart's pretty crazy. I don't know. All right, so we did have the inverse head and shoulders, but basically I don't want to say it invalidated, but basically we got a giant wick to take all the traders out. But so if you exclude this wick, we still are in this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Like, I want to move it so we can see what's going on here. Yeah, so we're still in this inverse head and shoulders. We really want to get above. This is on the weekly. We want to close the weekly above 2800. We want to, like, today we need to stop this dump. Now, if we start like going down here and we close down here, and then we're almost basically in a back in a bear market if we come back down here. I mean, these are numbers and areas that we shouldn't be revisiting right now. Um, yeah, I mean, these are not numbers we want to be coming down to. One thing we could look at is BPPR, and to sign in to this, see if it'll allow us in here. Might have to do this another time. BPVR. Actually, here it is. Oh, that's cool if it will allow me to look at that. Um, well, if we want to look at, let's try Ethereum. Ethereum. That's not the one we want. All right, there we go. So in the weekly, good. Let's see where our support is. So heavy support at 2400, and that's basically where we kind of bounced at. Right now we're sitting at 2700, so there's a lot of support below us. I don't see us going down below that. I really don't. Beyond that, the next support level is 2000. That's basically where he hit in 1900. But the bigger thing, I guess the biggest thing that I really want to kind of note is the similarities between this Ethereum chart to the Bitcoin chart of 2020. There was that big scare. Let's see here. Yeah, there's the big flu scare right here, right? And this, everyone was thinking this was an inverse head and shoulders as well, and then it broke. But then it came to fruition, right? So I think what we're gonna have the rest of this to happen with Ethereum, and I think it's gonna be very similar, to be 100% honest. But it's gonna be over the next few months. So if we want to look at like the date range after that happened, how long did we have to sit around and wait for to get out of that mess? 200 days, that says. I don't think it'll take that long, but it could be a few months before we get out of this mess, which is an unfortunate feeling. But I think that's really kind of where we're at now. If we want to look at price range of what happened after that, though, which I think is very important. Now, if we do something similar, if this is a similar vibe as the liquidation in altcoins, this is kind of what I would say that altcoins may do, percentage wise, after we get out of this doldrum. So, say we get out, we go here. From right here, this is basically where we're at. You're looking at a 700% increase. So 500 to 700% increase, I would say, over the entire altcoins in general. So let's look at Ethereum, then we're going to look at the total too. Ethereum generally leads the altcoin season, so that's why I'm focusing primarily on Ethereum. Okay, so here's we are. Put this back somewhere down here, so I don't have to worry about it. And my projections are still, minimally like around 5,800. But honestly, after this, I mean, what's going to happen? Hopefully, right? If we have a similar thing come up here and then break, and when we break, probably going to come up here, test, and then break more. January 26th. I mean, that's probably maybe about what's going to happen here. So I don't know how far, but that's probably the time period, right? I think it's going to go up a lot further than that, though. Let's see. Price range, date range. We said 500 to 700%. The 500 is pretty conservative. So we break out of here, go up 500%. Like this is going to get insane, right? This is where you get it gets to be insane. But I think this is probably what's going to happen. Um, I mean, just going to 250%, you're at 10,000. 500%. I think this is where we're going to go to 1,700. Somewhere in here would be my guess to 2,000, 20,000. I think that's what's going to happen. I really, uh, 10, 12, 15,000. I think that's what we're looking at. It's just we have to get through this next month or two. Um, if you survive this week, you're already on much. You're on good ground, honestly. And if you survive and you're still here and you haven't given up, you're on good ground. I mean, just looking at this is the Dixie, this is the U.S. dollar. We really want this thing to start going down. Um, but like, just look at actually, this is the wrong Dixie. Yeah, I mean, I think the U.S. dollar is going to start going down. And when the U.S. dollar goes down, that's when you're probably going to get some moves with the altcoins and just Bitcoin in general. Um, like CRO coin, like I mean, if you're looking for opportunities, I mean, it just totally retested its bear market, you know, doors basically, bull market doors. So I think they're still gonna go to a dollar or two with CRO token. It's just right now it's looking rough, and we do have the Super Bowl coming up. There'll be some commercials, crypto or crypto.com commercials. I forget where they're doing the actual game. I don't think it's the crypto.com arena, but yeah. Let's see here. Hang on. Let's grab. But yeah, I think it's gonna be all right overall. Let's look at total. Yeah, total two. Now I don't not gonna say I think we're gonna go 200% or 500 to 700% with this. It's a slightly different structure, but let's say 200 to 300%. I think that would be or what we could do. What happened in the last crash? This might be insane, actually. In the last crash, this was March 2020. Yep, that's the flu thing. What did the altcoins do after that? What did the altcoins do after that? 1,800%, 2,000%. That's crazy. And, I mean, I think that's where we're at with these altcoins. We're somewhere in there. I mean, so I feel actually a lot more optimistic as to we're a lot earlier in the cycle than we think. Um, I was watching Crypto Banter. They're really depressed over there. I think he lost a lot of money on that liquidation. And I mean, at the top, it's like close to 2,000. Oh, come on now, come on. There it is, 1,800%. Now let's see if we can replicate that. Come on now. God, it's so annoying. All right, so right here, it's about where we're at. Let's zoom in. Yeah, we're right here. So we'll say from right here. Let's zoom out. says 2,000%. Let's go like 250. This is very conservative. Very conservative. 250. No, 250%, 4.1 trillion, maybe 5 trill. I mean, I think that's certainly within the cards of where we're going to end up. I mean, what is that? That's a 5x. So your typical altcoin, and probably top 10, 20 altcoins will 5x. Ethereum 5x, that puts it at 10, 12,000. I think that's certainly within the cards. Absolutely. Just again, we have to get through this time right now. Um, I'm gonna jump off here real quick. I have to get back to work a little bit, but we'll check back in. Just get through these the next week or two, the next couple months, really. If you're looking for entries, you're trying to figure out what to do. I mean, personally, this isn't financial advice, but I'll just stick to the top 10, 20, 50, 100 coins. Like, don't go further than that. Again, not financial advice, but thank you. Tell your friends, log in, hit the like, subscribe, maybe leave a comment below. I'd definitely appreciate it. But we'll check back in later and hang in there and hodl on. Peace.